The death of Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam was last seen on January 31, 2013 in a lobby of the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. She was vacating through the West Coast, documenting the trip on her blog and checking in with her parents every day. On January 31st, those calls stopped. Lam had vanished. Soon the police were involved and her parents arrived to help with the search. The February, LAPD released elevator surveillance footage of Lam before her disappearance. The footage shows Lam behaving strangely in the elevator, appearing to talk with invisible person, peering around the corner of the door, crouching in the corner, and opening and closing the door. But what exactly is going on in this video raises more question than answer. Theories range from psychotic episodes to demonic possessions to unknown assassins just out of the camera's view. Around that time, hostel guests started reported weird things happening with the Sicily hotel water supply. As CNN reports, the shower was half full, said Sabina Bog, who spent 8 days there during the investigation. When you turned the tap on, the water was coming black first and then it was going back to normal. The tap water tasted horrible, Bog said. It had very funny, sweety, disguising taste. It is a very strange taste and I can barely describe it. But for a week, they never complained. We never thought anything of it, they said. We thought it was just the way it was here. On the morning of February 19, a hotel employee climbed to the roof and used a ladder to investigate the hotel's water storage supply. That's where authorities found the decomposing naked body of Lam, whose personal items were found nearby. After an autopsy, her death was labeled accidental. NBC Los Angeles reported at the time about the strange circumstances in the hotel's past. The tank has a metal latch that can be opened, but authorities said access to the roof is secured with an alarm and lock. The signal room occupancy hotel has an unusual history. Night Staller Richard Ramirez, who was found guilty of 14 slayings in the 1980s, lived on 14th floor of several months in 1985. An international serial killer, Jack Underweger, is suspected of murdering 3 prostitutes during the time he lived there in 1991. He killed himself in jail in 1994. In 1962, a female occupant jumped out of one of the hostel's window, killing herself and pedestrian on whom she landed. In February 2021, a Netflix document called Crime Scene: The Vanishing at Cecil Hotel explored Elisa's tragic case and the history of the cursed Cecil Hotel. Dead animals in the walls. When the Bridges family decided to insulate their home in Auburn, Pennsylvania in 2015, they discovered that it had already been with source of dead animal carcasses. As for reported, the dead animals were wrapped in newspapers from 1930 and 40s and were among off-use species and other items. The dead items were wrapped in newspapers from 1930s and 40s and were among off-use species and other items. After removing the item, they sent hundreds of artifacts and carcasses to an expert in Kutztown. The expert attributed the rotting animal in their walls to Pow or Dutch magic, a ritual originating in the culture of Pennsylvania Dutch to treat ailments and gain physical and spiritual protection. The Pennsylvania Dutch were a group of German-speaking settlers to Pennsylvania in the late 16th and 70s and are often Lutheran, Marotin, and Amish faiths. The Washington Post notes on the magic. Many of the spell deals with the care of livestock, finding water, or treatment of minor ailments, reflecting the condition and concerns of already American settlers. But Pow also has within it a tradition of darker spells and even of such things as conjuring demons. One notable ritual in their tradition is this hex to create loyalty in a dog. To attach a dog to a person, provided nothing else was used before to affect it. Try to draw some of your blood and let the dog eat it along with its food, and he will stay with you. The mold found on the rotten carcasses in Bridgew's home has caused illness among the family members, and they say that the odor hasn't gone away.